that this is exactly the reason why men commit so much violence, because they're born into these metaphorical jails.
Do you know how dangerous and disrespectful that is?
Price on my kitty cat has gone viral on Twitter.
After I decided that I wanted to marry a guy that I met on Match.com within 30 days.
Or the reason why they call themselves passport bros, because they cannot stand American women. You go to the next country and you get shitted on even more than you thought you would in America. How does that feel?
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
You guys know I'm not the kind of person to be like, misandry, bad.
Oh, well, that's interesting, because misandry is actually bad.
Facts.
But if you have any, abolitionist ideals, if you're a feminist who, or even knows a little bit about, mass incarceration and racism and recidivism rates.
Oh, goody. More generalizations about men justified by using buzzwords.
You should know that this is exactly the reason why men commit so much violence, because they're born into these metaphorical jails.
Is one actually implying that men are prone to these actions through absolutely no fault of their own because of the way that they were raised by men and women?
Of patriarchal masculinity that really emphasize misogyny and violence and treating women like objects and whatever.
One is implying that this is a societal norm, that men were raised to view violence and treating women like objects as normal. I wonder how many men would disagree with that statement.
That's why they don't get out, because they're born into these jail cells. If they weren't born into these jail cells, these socially cultivated jail cells, then they wouldn't end up in real jail cells.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
A lot of them.
Does one realize that most men are, in fact, not violent, nor are most men misogynistic, and no amount of making grandiose generalizations using a lot of buzzwords in an attempt to blame society on how certain individuals choose to act will make it so, because at the end of the day, an adult is ultimately responsible for how they choose to behave, not society. Adults are responsible for their own behaviors.
Oh, absolutely. Sure are. And she said it. And I think more women need to realize there's probably more misandrous than there are misogynists, right? You see it in youth, and I hate to mention it again, but ask a bunch of young women and young men, do we need men? Do we need women? You'll find the women that say, no, we don't need men. And the men will say, we need women. I love women. It's actually the opposite. And a lot of times women don't realize how bad it's gotten, but it has.
Ladies, if you're in relation with someone and you're entertaining other men, do you know how dangerous and disrespectful that is? You're allowing them to sit up there and DM you. You're not cutting it off. You're having hee, kiki, kaka, little giggly conversations with them. You're flirting.
It's not my fault.
You're dressing in certain ways and doing certain things and saying certain things that's drawing male attention to yourself. Do you know how dangerous and disrespectful that is? If you are not willing to be in relationship with this person, that's one thing, then go ahead and get out of it. But if you are being disrespectful in the manner of, entertaining other men, giving your social media out, giving your number out, it's unacceptable and it's disrespectful. Decide whether you want to be in relation or whether you want to be single, because the two can't go hand in hand. Have a good day.
Well, it won't stop. It'll never stop. As long as women, because what it is this, right? Women want to know that they have an ounce. They always want to have an extra person waiting. Guys hate it. And it's funny because a guy, I guess she's done a talk like this before. Another guy said, hey, why don't you do one about women? I guess she did one about men, but this is so right? A lot of women have to have, it's a dire need. Like they will pass if they don't have it. Someone else to monkey branch off to. Why is it that way? I don't know, but that's how they usually play it. Social media, they use other ways. They say if a guy talks to them in the street or maybe at the club, that's why guys don't want certain things. They don't want the girl out. They don't want the girl acting like they're single. But women would do it anyway. But you know what needs to start happening? men need to leave them single. As soon as it happens, deuces.
My video I posted about having a price on my kitty cat has gone viral on Twitter.
So proud.
And has made its way onto the Neighborhood Talk and a couple of other platforms.
See, now this right here, you guys remember this, right? The woman that said, I have a price on my kitty cat. Now, I took a look at her TikTok. She actually got a guy, right? And that guy looks like he's caked up. I'm going to tell you what's happening. That right there, I got to say it to all women out there that think they can do what she did. That is one of those things where it's like you're hitting the lotto, right? She got lucky. She got lucky because for the most part, a man that's rich, the guy was rich, I can tell. A man that's rich is not going to give you the time of day. He won't. Now, number one, he won't take you serious, right? That guy right there was a simp to the core. She got lucky. She stroked luck, and now she's out there gloating about it, showing off her bags, different things like it can happen to every woman. It can't. It can't. This is simply a stroke of luck. But let me see what she has to say.
So let's address a few things. Number one, for the girlies that were under the comments talking about my wig, if your baby daddy cannot afford to give you $1,000 for child support a month, baby, you're worried about the wrong thing. You're worried about a wig when you should be worried about the fact that you're getting played. This Hermes sweater costs more than $1,000 and your baby daddy can't give you that for child support and you're worried about my wig. Make it make sense. The guys that were talking about, oh, just $1,000. First of all, let me tell you guys something. Average human cannot afford my kitty cat. I got this one man to spend $200,000 on me in what? 4 months? Because I guess I had to come on here with receipts to prove to you guys that you guys cannot afford me. So please relax. We're just gonna start with the material things. I have this 10 motif Van Cleef necklace with matching earrings and a matching bracelet. I also have this Van Cleef bracelet. I know some of you guys are so used to the flower. You guys don't know the other pieces that they have, but this was $26,000. He also got me this alligator skin Louis Vuitton bag. This $30,000. Got me a Kelly. This is a Kelly 28 Togo leather. Absolutely love her. My everyday bag. Still alone on the material things he got me. Well, I think we were at like 90, almost $100,000 or maybe more.
Oh, she's a gold digger. Way over town.
And he wire transferred me $60,000, $30,000, $20,000, $10,000. So moral of the story is you cannot afford me, please.
Not interested.
Some of you guys can't even get $1,000 after you've had a child by a man and you have the audacity to come in the comments. Like grown-ups are talking, listen, take notes. Because I'm not with this man anymore, but I can sell any of these things. It is what it is. Put a price on it. Mine, I got that $1 million.
It's delusional.
$1 million. Ooh. Really just trying to put you guys to game. And you can demand the things that you want from men. A man who can afford to give you those things is going to give it to you. Shout out to Holy Grail Daddy.
He belongs to the streets.
And I knew after him I could find another, and I did. My now fiance and an AP for my birthday. Like, let's be real.
She needs to be humbled, right? And she's out there gloating about it. And that's why women are going at her, right? Women actually hate each other more, but she's gloating about it. Like, every woman can do this. No, not every woman can do this. You got lucky. Now, number one, she's not even pretty like that, right? I'm not even hating on her, but she's not. I wouldn't even dare think about giving her $2,000. I'm talking about if I was single, of course. I'm married for 8 years, happily, right? And that guy's going to learn the hard way. He's going to learn the hard way. Think about it. She can't really, what do you call it? She can't co-pair, or pair bond with him, right? She's used to getting what she wants. So what's going to happen? He may be delivering with the money. He may not deliver with the other things. Give it 3-4 years. She's going to get bored. She's going to want more, and not even just more. She's going to want it her way, probably be with other guys. A lot of trauma's coming behind it, right? So I'm not saying I know for sure what she's going to do, but you guys know what I'm saying. It always happens. Look what happens in the West. Do relationships last? No. Do marriages last? No. So he's falling down the same boat. At the same time, he's tricking on her. Why would you be tricking on her, not realizing things may not last? Doesn't make sense to me. To me, it doesn't. He's blowing money. He has it, but he's blowing it. He's not holding the money like he wants to keep it long term.
Something major is missing in this relationship after I decided that I wanted to marry a guy that I met on Match.com within 30 days. And you know what it is? And it took me weeks to figure that out. It's stress. It's anxiety that's missing. It's wondering where you stand that's missing. You know those TikToks you see and they're like, no one prepares you for a healthy partner. And I've gone through my own healing journey for my own traumas and things that I've been through as a 47-year young woman. And they're absolutely right. Where are all those girls? Where are their sounds? Anyway, I'm going to be talking about manifesting and femininity and success and overcoming all of this trauma from my perspective this Thursday on Zoom for free. If you want to tap in and listen and be a part of that conversation and evolve as well, the link is in my bio. It's totally free. And this relationship has been the absolute best, and I'm so grateful.
Another one, right? You know what she's doing? I blame that on him. He got married to her in 30 days. Now, let me give you guys an example, right? I got married. I wanted to get married to my wife and I knew her for 90 days, right? I knew she was the one. But she showed me things. And this was online. I didn't propose to her, by the way. I couldn't propose to her. I wasn't there. But still, I know I wanted to marry her from the things she was doing, right? Like, for instance, I'll give you guys an example. I was working online. She told me about working online. Not working online. I was working online before that. But she told me about Upwork, right? So I was working online. Sometimes I would wake up late, right? And what she would do is I gave her the access to my phone. She would hop on and make calls for me. That was things she was doing. She gave me money first. It was little things to where this is the one. I knew she was the one. She proved to me she was the one. She wanted to prove to me she was the one. So therefore, I already knew in my heart, this is the girl I'm marrying. A lot of guys, let me give you an example. A lot of guys go through women saying, oh, my cat died or my uncle's sick. I didn't go through that. I mentioned money. She said, if you mention money again, I don't want to talk to you ever again. That things like that showed me. I said, oh yeah, this is the girl I want to be with. She told me that she loved like a little, she didn't love like a little girl. She showed me she loved that way by things she did with her ex. She told me about certain things when I asked her, and I'm like, okay. And then I seen the way she was with me, and I said, oh yeah, this is the one. So that was a lot different, and it was still 90. This guy here wants to marry a girl in 30 days, 47 years old. Man, you're barking down the wrong tree, brother. I'm not saying I'm happy for you, though. I'm happy. I'm not trying to throw your relationship in the gutter. I won't do that. But will she? Right? We don't know. We don't know. This is one of those situations like she waited until she was in her 40s to finally say, okay, I'm gonna take a break and let a man take care of me. And she got lucky because she still looks somewhat young. As she said, 48 years young. But still, all in all, she waited. He's taking up damaged goods. And I guess he's fine with it, right? A month? Too fast. I would never do that. Let me help on to the next one.
When being a passport bro goes wrong.
First off, I want to say shout out to Sean for covering this story and, putting it out there. Go to his page, watch all his stories. He's thebomb.com. Great storyteller, I swear. Today we're talking about the passport bros.
Here we go again.
I know everybody heard of it. They're trending like crazy right now, negative and positive, but mostly negative. And basically, the reason why they're trending or the reason why they call themselves passport bros, because they cannot stand American women. We don't do this, we don't do that, don't act right, blah blah blah. So they go off to other countries just to find other women. And I'm so glad this story then came about, because you see the grass ain't greener on the other side like you thought it would be. The women out the country done did you more dirtier than the women in America.
That's a who said.
Like you said, go to this woman. As always, morally, this is why people out of the country, men or women, get their green cards or marry Americans to get their green card so they can come out here. And I mean, these people go to the extreme. And his story, he's talking about how this woman literally did everything, because she know a goofy when she see one. Doing everything as far as cooking, cleaning. He thinking, oh my God, I done found me a great wife. She's the one, blah, 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 da, da, rubbing his head, rubbing his shoulders, whatever. And he then went back to back to America for a couple of months, excuse me, and did what he needed to do or whatever to get her back in, don't worry, I was waving out my drivers, I'm at work, and did what he needed to do to get her back to America from the countries that she's in. He figured that all out and went back to get her. Boom, went to go get her, married her, she done had kids by him, all this other little stuff that she did. Then married a man, had kids, been with him for years. Now, I don't know how long it's been since she received her green card, but it seemed like as soon as she received her green card or whatever, she kind of got ghost on him and told him why. Like, I'm sorry, I just wanted my green card, and that's it. And he was like, what? You done had a baby by me? You done done all this stuff? You done been with me for years? And you telling me you done done all that just to get your green card? And she said, yes. And you gonna have to pay me every month for these kids on child support. Come on, he's very stable. He's just flying back and forth.
And this is exactly why, as a passport bro, I tell guys, do not bring them back.
So he's very financially stable to give her whatever she needs. But yeah, and she was like, yeah, you gonna pay me for them kids every month, so I'm definitely gonna be good. I just needed my green card so I can get to America and start a brand new life. And that goes to say this: the grass ain't greener on the other side.
It's greener.
So while y'all passport bros up here talking about us American women, how we don't do this, don't do that, we basically, that's what y'all said, we basically.
That's why you keep them where they're from.
You go to the next country and you get shitted on even more than you thought you would in America. How does that feel?
We won't stop. I thought I told you that.
And you got exactly what you deserve.
Couldn't wait for that. See, now you get exactly what you deserve. This is what's going on, y'all. See, they can't wait to see you fail. As soon as something goes wrong, look, I knew it. They're not looking at posts like when I post me and my wife's 8-year anniversary. You don't see a bunch of women saying, I knew it. They're real quiet. Or when another brother shows some success, they're real quiet, right? They only look for the negative. See, I told you it'd be 15 other positive stories out there, and they'll say, see this negative story right here? I told you it's not working. And that's dangerous. I'll tell you why. Because imagine the people, and also you have other people, other women, foreign women, they don't know any better, that say, oh, be quiet. Guys, be quiet. So imagine I stop making content. El Guapo, Richie Mac, other guys out there, Andrea Love Crossing Borders start making content, and these women keep doing what they're doing. Then what happens? Imagine that. We never talked. We weren't talking for many years. We just shut up, and they just keep doing what they're doing, and all these stories were going out. What would happen then? Guys would be like, man, I have no hope. Guys would be like, man, I'm stuck. What do I do? More guys offer themselves. Because this right here is stopping guys from wrapping it up. Trust me, it is. Whether you know it or not, this is causing guys not to end it. Right? Passport bros, this is how passport bros are saving lives. It truly is. It's saving men's lives.
It's what we do, right? Yeah.
When a man goes through a divorce, gets taken for everything, as what happened to that guy, right? Now he knows. I'll say this, brother. If you're watching who this happened to, keep him in the country next time. That's what you do. Leave her, give her everything, go relocate to that country if you're old enough. If you're already in that age, it'll cost you maybe $2,000. If you live cheap, you can spend less. To live in another country, go do that and keep the woman there, and you'll be much happy. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And that guy should have realized he needs to stay out because it's definitely more to life than what's happening to him right now.
Hold the line. Stay with me.
This is the way.
Passport bros. Passport. No.
So he's coming.